Hello, high vibers. Welcome to this slow power flow. When you're ready, come to your mat and we're going to start lying on our backs. So when you get there, just bringing the soles of your feet to the floor, knees up to the sky. Just bringing your hands beside you and taking a moment to drop in. We begin our practice by creating space, by slowing down, and beginning to take on the role of the observer, so we can begin by observing the quality of our thoughts. Then bringing one hand to your stomach and one hand to your chest, taking a moment to connect in with the breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your body as you breathe. And taking a moment to check in with the rest of your physical body. Seeing if anywhere is asking for your attention. Now this awareness is going to be really important in today's practice. We're going to make minor adjustments and see how they feel within your body. So this is where we begin to listen. And we can learn to consciously respond rather than react. When you're ready, stretching your legs long, your arms over your head, taking a long, deep stretch. Now bringing in these subtle conscious movements. As you inhale, allowing your belly to expand, your spine to curve, lifting your lower back off the floor, hips stay to the ground. Exhale, navel to spine, lower back touches the mat. Then shifting your legs over to the right, so your right foot comes to the right corner, your left foot crosses over your ankle. Your right hand comes over to the top right and your left hand comes over too. Option 2, take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and draw your hands over to the side. As you inhale, expanding your breath into the left hand ribs, the left hand side of your body. Seeing how it feels to bring this conscious awareness. Then when you're ready, we'll switch sides, drawing the left foot to the bottom left corner, your right ankle comes over the left. Drawing both your hands over to the left, perhaps your left hand takes a hold of the right wrist, slightly pulling your body over to the left. Then guiding your breath into the right ribs this time. Extending your arms and legs long, then bringing the soles of your feet to the floor, your knees to the sky. Bring your awareness to your hips as you inhale, arching the spine, allowing the belly to expand. And as you exhale, drawing the hips in, navel to spine, lower back to the floor. Inhale to curve, lifting the bottom spine. Exhale to draw the spine to the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tuck. Then bringing your hands behind your head, elbows out to the sides. We're going to continue this movement but without our hands on our hips. So inhale to create space in between your lower spine and the mat. Exhale to tuck your hips, engage the glutes, lifting your bum just off the floor. Inhale to round and exhale to lift. Noticing the subtleties in the movement. Releasing the hands and the head to the floor, bringing your hands to either side of your body. We're going to exaggerate the movement. So on your next inhale, you're doming the spine. And as you exhale, you're tucking your hips, lifting your hips up off the floor. Inhale to lower, to expand the belly, tilting the hips. Exhale to lift the hips, engage the glutes. Then taking a pulse as you get there. Building up some strength, noticing where supports you during this movement. Can you keep your breath steady? Can you focus on the sensations? Then lowering your hips down to the floor, bending your knees into chest, and taking a gentle rock side to side. Drawing your forehead to your knees and continuing that rock, seeing how that feels different. Bending your knees, extending your arms to the sky, coming into our reverse all fours position or dead bug. Now bringing your hands to your thighs, we want to push the thighs into the hands and the hands into the thighs. Starting to draw the navel to spine, spine to floor. Perhaps you move your shoulders down and back to touch the mat. Noticing this resistance, what turns on as you make these really subtle adjustments within your body. Staying with your breath, feeling into the strength. Then when you're ready, extending your right arm, your right leg, still pushing your left hand into your left. Switching sides, inhale to extend. Exhale to center. Extend your right arm, your right leg, pushing your hand into the left. Back to center, extending your left to center. Taking a moment here, pushing your hands into your legs, then extending your arms and your legs long, hovering your legs off the floor, lifting them up to the sky, knees to chest. Releasing your knees, shins come parallel to the floor, hands come behind your head. We're going to move into our bicycles, extending the right leg. The right elbow meets the left knee. Inhale to center, switching to the other side. When we make this movement, seeing if for now we can draw the knee into the elbow. So tucking the knee into the chest, coming over to the right, to center. And then this time, we want to bring the elbow close to the knee. So see how this feels different. Extending, bringing your left elbow to right knee. Inhale to center. So we're lifting up through our abs rather than drawing our knee to our chest. Seeing how this feels different. Perhaps it's a little bit more fiery. Moving as you breathe, then drawing your knees into your chest, taking a moment here. Extending your legs to the sky, arms out wide. Lowering your legs so they hover off the floor, then lifting yourself up into a boat pose. Starting with rounding your spine, chin to chest, then inhale to open your arms, lifting your chest, broadening. Exhale to lower, hover off the floor. Inhale to lift. You might wobble, that's okay. Coming back down, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, rolling over your shins, will meet in an all fours tabletop. Sucking your shoulders over your wrists, taking a gentle sway left to right. Then sinking your hips down to your heels, we're coming into a child's pose, starting nice and passive. Just allowing your body to hang, to relax onto the floor. Taking a moment here to check in with your body, with your mind, with your breath. Then coming onto your fingertips, raising your forearms off the floor. As you inhale, you lift your chest off the ground. Exhale to sink it down to the floor. Moving with your breath, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Once more, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, bringing your left palm to the top left of your mat. Your right hand crosses over. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale to lower it to the ground. Perhaps taking a gentle sway into the shoulders left to right. Then switching sides, right hand comes to the top right of the mat, left hand comes over the top of your hand. Moving with your breath, inhales to create space, exhale to move deeper into the posture. Checking in with your body, seeing where your attention gets taken to as you move. Then bringing both hands back to the center, we're going to start to focus on our hips. So as your hands are forwards, we're taking a sway of the hips left to right. An internal rotation of one thigh and then the other. Moving with breath, seeing how it feels to gently stretch out the insides of the thighs. Moving with intention. Then chin to chest, rounding your spine, sinking your hips down to the ground. We're going to come to lay all the way on the ground. And then we're pushing ourselves up and back to child's pose. Inhale to rock forwards, lower all the way to the ground. Exhale. Inhale, elbows to ribs, lifting the chest. Exhale to sink the hips back to child's pose. One more round, drawing your chin to your chest, rounding the spine, lowering your hips to the ground, body, chest. Then drawing your elbows into your ribs, inhale to lift your chest, bending your knees, meeting in a child's pose. Rounding your spine one more time, tucking your toes, will meet in a downward facing dog. Taking a moment when you get there. When you inhale, lifting onto the balls of your feet. As you exhale, drawing your heels down to the ground. Perhaps you take a pedal of the legs, bending one leg and then the other. Really observing what this sensation feels like within your body. For a deeper stretch in your side body, tuck your right knee under your body, bending into your legs. Coming back to center, switching sides, left knee comes under, bending in your legs to the right. Come back to center, meeting in a downward facing dog. Bringing your awareness to our shoulders. As you inhale, rock your shoulders over your wrists, and as you exhale, draw your chest closer to your thighs. Inhale to rock forwards, exhale to rock back, gently loosening up the upper body. Inhale to rock forwards, exhale to rock back. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky, keeping both hips facing the floor, flexing the right foot. Next, inhale, extending your toes, pointing them up to the sky, lifting your leg a little bit higher, bending your knee, opening your hip to the right. Exhale, drawing your knee to your nose. Inhale to extend behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, sole of your foot comes in between your hands, high lunge, inhale to lift. Exhale to sink a little deeper. Inhale to lift, pushing into that front leg, perhaps straightening your front leg as you lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Focusing on your right hip, drawing back, your left hip drawing forwards. Inhale to lift. Exhale, cactusing your arms, opening your chest as you lower. Inhale to lift. Sweeping your hands forwards and behind you, coming into an arrowhead, then circling your left arm forwards and back. Meeting in our warrior two, sweeping both arms up to the sky. We're sinking down to our standasana, bending the right knee. The right upper arm settles on the inside of the knee and the hand comes to the floor outside of the knee. Taking a rock into that left foot, flexing the left toes. Then we're rotating on the back foot, coming to open the right hip, then walking your hands back round. We're playing with the inside of the left hip, so moving your hands over to the right hand side of the mat, swiveling onto the ball of the back foot, and coming back to center. It might not look perfect, but just seeing how it feels, exploring, and then drawing your right leg up and back, meeting in a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back, toes flex. Inhale to lift, bending the knee, opening the hip. Inhale to extend the top leg, the knee to nose. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose, sole of your foot in between your hands. Sweeping your hands forwards, up to the sky, lifting up and out, high lunge. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, perhaps straightening that front leg, creating the space. Left hip back, right hip forwards. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cactus the arms, opening the chest to the sky. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky, and we're opening up into our warrior two. Inhale to lift your arms, straightening that front leg, then taking a bend into the left leg. Your right toes are flexed. We're rolling the right toes inwards. We're walking the hands over to the top of the mat, opening up the left hip, ball of the back foot. Coming back forward, sinking the hips down, taking a stretch towards the right foot, sinking the right hip down. Walking your hands to the top, rolling over the back foot. Now it might seem complicated, but it's just an exploration of your body, so take any movements that feel right, that feel good. Then we're meeting in a low lunge. Inhale, left leg up to the sky, meeting in downward facing dog. Moving into our turbo dog. From our down dog, we inhale to create space. Exhale to lower your forearms to hover off the floor. Inhale to lift up, down dog. Exhale to lower your forearms closer to the floor. Coming onto the balls of your feet, walking your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat. Slowly does it. Inhale, rolling chin to chest all the way up to standing. Hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, forward fold. Inhale to roll up once more, reaching up to the sky. Then bringing your hands to your hips, your left foot steps back. We're coming along the long edge of our mat. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Then hands to heart. We're coming into goddess, starting by rounding our spine, chin to chest. Then inhale to draw your shoulder blades together, opening the chest, lowering your hips down, seeing how that feels different. Inhale to push the heels into the ground, straightening the leg, lifting your hands up to the sky. Exhale to cactus the arms and lower the hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cactus and lower. Can you come a bit deeper? Inhale to lift, create space, engaging the glutes, the abs. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands to heart. We're staying in our goddess. Perhaps you take a little pulse, seeing if you can feel the support of your legs, the fire beginning to rise. Staying slow, intentional, feeling the sensations, knowing your own strength and backing yourself. Inhale to straighten your legs, walking your feet in one step. Then we're lowering the hips down, coming into our yogi squat. Keeping it nice and active, taking a sway into the hips, perhaps opening one leg, lifting the toes as you rock one way then the other. Right hand comes down to the floor inside the leg. Inhale, left hand comes to the sky. Exhale, we switch. Left hand comes down, right hand goes up. Once more, inhale to open to the left. Exhale to center. Inhale to open to the right. And to center. Then bringing your hands behind your hips, walking your hands backwards. We're coming into our reverse tabletop. Inhale to lift your hips. Exhale to stay. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower your hips to the ground. Extending your legs, bringing your heels of your feet to the floor, lifting your hips up to the sky, reverse plank. One round of breath here, engaging the glutes, the core, extending the legs, then lowering the hips down. Forward fold when you're ready. You can have bent legs. We're just allowing the body to hang. Then bringing your legs to the top of your mat. Bending the knees, soles of the feet to the floor, extending your arms forwards. We're rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Tucking the hips in just as we did before, closing off that space between your hips and your lower ribs. Inhale to create space between the lower back and the floor. Exhale, lower back comes to the mat. Inhale to create that space. Exhale, this time we're lifting the hips up to the sky, supported bridge. Engaging the glutes, pushing your feet into the floor. Exhale to lower your hips to the floor. Creating that space as you inhale. Exhale to lift your hips. Perhaps you decide to interlace the hands and tuck your elbows and your arms underneath your body. Creating that space in your chest, seeing how that feels different. One more round of breath. Inhale here, then slowly releasing your hands, lowering your hips to the floor. Drawing your knees into your chest, forehead to knees, taking a hug of your legs and a rock side to side. Soles of your feet come to the floor, knocking your knees in. Then taking a moment here, tapping back into your body. One hand to your heart, one hand to your stomach. And beginning to once again slow down. To acknowledge, to observe. All these minor changes we've made during the practice. A simple awareness you've brought to your body, to this existence that you're in right now. Can you allow your breath to be slow? Then when you're ready, extending your arms over your head, your legs long. Taking a deep stretch, then drawing your knees to your chest, coming into a fetal position for one full round of breath. And when you're ready, making your way up to a comfortable seat. Inhale, rolling your shoulders to your ears, down and back. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale to cactus the arms. One hand to your heart, one hand to your chest. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Twice more. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, perhaps a sigh comes out. Inhale and exhale to release. Well done.